Hello again, everyone. This is Jim here. Welcome back to my channel. I'm back. This is a bitterly cold Chicago morning. I thought I'd make a video today just to let people know that I'm here. um, that no, I didn't balloon up to 300 pounds. Somebody asked me that a month or two ago. Where have you been? Did you gain your weight back? No, nothing like that. Just, I'll explain a little bit. My routine, what I've been doing. For me personally, I haven't really changed anything to speak of, and that's been a good thing. The external world has changed for all of us. The world is different now, and that is something that I think causes stress and causes bad habits. And on top of all of the poor information that we've been given, remember, I started my channel saying that the reason I'm speaking out, is because I kind of realized that everything we've been told, and at the time I was talking about weight loss and nutrition, is wrong. And now I've expanded that much further, and I can pretty much say everything we were told is wrong. It has an agenda. There's someone paying for it, and it's not really the things we're told, the advice we're given by, let's say, the experts, the authorities. It's not really with our best interest in mind. And I know that sounds like a conspiracy or some kind of a nut, but I'm a firm believer in that. You got to search for your own answers, and you got to don't listen to the experts. That's I don't want to get a real preachy right here in the beginning, but I started the channel with that, and I've just expanded it. Everything we're told is wrong. And unfortunately, though, with the way the world is changing now, it's caused a lot of stress. And the expert advice on how we should stay healthy is piled on top of it. It has added more problems on top of problems. And for some time, it's been my observation, directly and through interaction or just observing people out in the world, or seeing things that are read, seeing things that are posted like on Twitter or on social media, various places, that to a large extent people are struggling with their health, with their weight, with their programs. And I'm not surprised at all, because when we are stressed, we tend to seek comfort. And a comfort usually means things that make us feel good, and those are seldom the right answer. And I just think it's been my observation that people have fallen off the wagon. They've staying at home and ordering food and stocking up on the wrong kinds of foods and indulging, and with different schedules and different lifestyles now. It's just been, I feel, this is just an observation. I'm don't have any data to present, but I just feel it's been a setback for many people. And I've just been focusing on staying healthy and sane, I would say. And I think my lifestyle routine that I developed, that I've articulated on this channel, has really helped me with that. And I'll review it in a little detail here. All the changes I made in my 4+ year weight loss journey, and lifestyle transformation have helped me to deal with the, stressors and a different world now. Yeah, like I say, I'm really focused just on. I've narrowed my focus in my life. Like I'm focusing because I don't want to drift. I just focus on maintaining, like I said, my health and sanity. Uh, I focus on my job, which is can be stressful in these times. It is stressful, and that takes up a lot of energy. And I try to maintain contact with people that are a positive influence, and focus on the positive, because it's too easy to drift off into just in the negativity, that and so I've kind of just narrowed my focus in life in general, and I've been doing okay. I mean, uh, I've maintained. Yeah, I did. I didn't gain. Actually, I think I'm in the same weight. I've been the same weight for quite a while now. Over last year, like in the first half of the year, my weight did go up. Some like 4 pounds, 5 pounds or so, but it plateaued there, and so I've been the same for a long time, and my eating my eating plan is the same. Everything's same, and that I think is the key for me. Is that what is when I say it's the same? It's not like it's boring or it's not like it's strict. It's just what I like and prefer, and that's a good place to be. There's no stress that's going to pull me off of what I'm doing, because I prefer what I'm doing to anything. So my whole thing has been I've realized that what you eat and how often you eat are probably the most important things you can do for your health, and they're certainly the most underrated uh, things for your health. In our society, the quote unquote experts and doctors in the medical field will tell you, food is like, you know, well, they give you guidelines on food if you ask for it, but that's like that's secondary. It's it's drugs. They tell you things like stay healthy or exercise, but it's always a treatment with drugs or procedures, and that basically manage your decline. And the things and once you start declining, the remedies that they give you don't help at all. They actually just make sure that they ensure that you're going to stay on the decline, and that's unfortunate. For me, it's what you eat and how often you eat. And just to recap, over 4 years ago, I changed to one meal a day, and I changed what I eat, and basically cut out a lot of junk, and narrowed my focus down to certain foods. And I've continued to narrow over the subsequent years. I've narrowed it down a lot, more than I originally did when I was losing a lot of weight. But I always maintained the one meal a day, and I used to do some long fasting, and that caught me. That got me on the path to completely changing. I used to be quite heavy, as you can, if you've seen any of my other videos. I have little pictures of them. Maybe I'll put one in here if I can. And that is a lesson. The lesson I learned in that process is one I'll never forget, and I'm never going to let go of, and I'm never going to stop talking about it, because it's so fundamental. Our system, our society, our structure is so fundamentally set against our health. I just have to say that. And just go out into the world and observe the people you see, and our health is just in a free fall. In terms of a weight, and you can just see we're falling apart. So my changes, they work for me well, and I'm still healthy. I don't have any issues. I say this, and I'm not exaggerating. Since I've started this, I haven't had a cold. I haven't had any. I mean, I had few a few aches and pains when I injured myself. I fell down one time when I was running, and when I get overly zealous on trying to lift weights, I get some pain in my right shoulder. That's from an injury a long time ago when I was young. But anyway, that's just a reminder that I'm not 20 anymore, and I have to be careful with those. But otherwise I'm fine. My the markers that I track, blood pressure, waist size, weight, nothing's changing. So I'm happy with that, and I continue to. I try to improve a little bit every day, and I try to live day to day, doing something positive and moving forward a little bit. Now, I may not move forward every single day, but I try to. I try to do something positive and at minimum maintain. So that's working for me. So, yeah, my routine is one meal a day. And currently, it's real simple. That meal is beef, eggs. I use butter liberally. I cook in butter. I put butter on the meat. I put butter on the eggs. And some pork rinds. I'll have pork rinds with my meal. And then afterwards, I'll have a couple pieces of dark chocolate. That's what I live on. I've narrowed it down. That's narrowed down a lot from where I started on this process. But all along, it's been one meal a day. But I've narrowed it down to this because I just like the simplicity, and I think I'm eating stuff that's good. That's the best. It really, every single meal. I'm not kidding. I look forward to every meal every day, and it's something special. It's never just thoughtless, mindless eating. It's something that I just really, really enjoy, and I feel good when I'm eating. I feel good after eating, digesting. I feel like I'm eating the right foods. It keeps me functioning well. It keeps me with a clear mind. And these are things I could never say in the past. And you don't know until you live it. You don't realize how cluttered your mind is and how, such a roller coaster of emotions and energy that you're on during the day when you're eating different kinds of foods, especially the ones I harp on are the carbohydrates and sugars. I mean, it causes a roller coaster in your blood sugar, and that's once you're away from that, once you're divorced from that, and you feel the serenity and the calmness and the clarity, it's just there's nothing like it. So that's what I do. That's what I eat. My beverages are coffee and water. In fact, I'm enjoying a coffee here this morning. And yes, I have heavy cream in the coffee, a little bit, not a whole lot. I like the taste of it. Back in my fasting days, I would have coffees, but I would try to have it black, but because I thought that would help. I'm not so sure that it makes a huge difference, but anyway, so that's my diet. Back last year, I was doing some experimentation, body signaling testing, and I was adding different things in my diet. I added the eggs. Now the eggs are still there. I kept the eggs. I have 3 eggs every day. Um, but I added fish. I added berries and yogurt. Was there anything else? No, I think that was it. Eggs, fish, berries, and yogurt. I dropped the berries and yogurt, and I dropped the fish, but I kept the eggs, and that works. I think the eggs are a good complement to the meat because there's a few nutrients that they have um, that complement the meat well. I think so that's my lifestyle, and lately, like the last 5 weeks, this is like the only real not experiment. It's just what I've been doing is I've been fasting 1 day a week. Like I skip eating on Thursdays, uh, and I did that just because I felt like I was, you know, I'm trying to always calibrate how much I eat and how often I eat. And I boil it down to once a day. You think, well, you're not going to eat enough. Well, I get enough. If I eat once a day, every single day, meat and eggs, the way I just described, it can creep up, and I'm getting too much, and I'm getting, creep is the word I like to use. It just seems that I creep up on the quantity of food, and I think all of us do that. I think we just kind of accept greater and greater quantities as time goes on. It creeps a little bit, you don't even realize it, and then it goes to another level and another level. So I found I like to maintain what I call a fasting lifestyle. I like to be in touch with the feeling of emptiness and appreciation of food that you get after you've done a fast. And I mean, to me, skipping a day means a 48-hour fast. It's not a huge deal. Um, and frankly, I barely notice it. I do, when I say fasting, I do still, I have my coffee. I don't change in beverages. I drink a little bit of water in the morning, and I have coffee. And so it's not a real struggle, this skipping a day eating. I know that a lot of people may think that's strange, but that it feels good. Skipping the meal that one day, that the next meal is extra special, even better than the normal meal, and I like the balance. It feels like a good balance, like I said, to avoid the creep and to be in touch with not having food. And this is another thing that I kind of a lesson I've learned is that if we always have food, and we live in a time when we can always have food, we have supermarkets, we can stock our shelves and always have food. It's not like in past times, in ancient times, when our ancestors, they didn't always have food. And so our bodies adapted to that. Our bodies adapted mechanisms that will get us through periods when we don't have food. And so certainly one day or 24 hours or 48 hours should be no big deal for a human to get by without food. And I just think it's more in tune with nature, or the way we were evolved to be, to eat less often. So yeah, I've been, that was kind of an experiment. These fasting days, I've done things like that before. I had a plan to fast 1 or 2 days a month. Now I've been doing it once a week. I may recalibrate that. I may go back to 2 days a month. That may be enough, but I don't know. Right now, the one day a week is kind of a nice rhythm, and so that's what I'm doing. Doing this kind of fasting and staying in a fasting lifestyle and a fasting mindset, and a feeling of being without food. I think that helps keep me from creeping. Okay. And I think that's where I just have a feeling, if you don't live that lifestyle at all, if you just have food everywhere all the time, you're going to creep, and over time, you're going to end up needing a reset. And it could be a big reset after you've gained a lot of weight, or got other health problems. So I do a little mini reset. I call that 1 day fast. It's like resetting the creep. So I'm always back to a baseline once a week. That's what it feels like, and that's what works for me. The other thing I've talked about, on my weight loss journey, my approach was to make incremental, sustainable changes. Just make permanent changes that you don't have to go back on, and that's where I am. I mean, I've tested my lifestyle many times. I've tried to test myself by giving myself chances to eat different kinds of foods more often, and I pass those tests every time. I don't care for it. It's like it feels wrong, and I can't wait to get back to my stable plan that I have with the food I eat and the frequency I eat. That's my preferred way to live. I have no. The thing I'm trying to say here is that another reason I feel that I've been so stable and able to maintain focus on my lifestyle change is that I avoided some things like, one thing you might call the mindset of rewarding yourself, cheat days, or scheduled splurges. I always didn't care for that concept, because to me that represented not changing your mindset, because just the whole mindset that you're going to reward yourself with food is something you want to get out of. That's something you want to permanently change. Food is not a treat for, it shouldn't be like, your lifestyle shouldn't be such that you're really searching for some time to deviate from it. Like you want to get away from it. That is a sign that something in your lifestyle is wrong. Like optimally, you want to do the same thing every day because you enjoy it every day. That's what I'm getting at. And I don't know how easy it is. I kind of fell into that. I don't know if it was me or what, but I fell into this routines, maybe because I'm very, I don't vary things a lot, and I haven't wanted to rock the boat. And over time, it just became me. I have no desire to change, and so I think this has been a great tool for me during this past year or so of stressful times. I needed that regimented lifestyle that newly regimented lifestyle that I developed to fall back on, rather than falling back on the comfort foods and going off the wagon. I just embraced my lifestyle because I like it so much. I just fixated on that. At least I can control this. And I may not be able to control a lot of things in the world, but I can control what I eat and how often I eat. And that's comfort. I find comfort in that, not in deviating from that lifestyle. So that's just a point I wanted to make is sometimes I try to analyze and say, well, why? I think I've done a great job, transforming my life and my health and, losing the weight. But on top of that, I've been really successful at maintaining it. And I've said before, I'm past the point where I really have any doubts about, if this is all going to go away one day, or, if I'm going to fall off the wagon. I had those doubts during the journey and during the initial year or so, for sure. I thought, uh, it can all go away. I can fall back on my old patterns. And that's why I insisted on testing myself under different circumstances. And I don't feel the need to test myself anymore because um, it's just, I know the result. And uh, I still maintain that I can eat anything, anytime I want. It's just what I really want is to eat the same food I eat every single day at the same time at 5 p.m. I want to have the same kind of dinner with the beef and the eggs, and that is what I look forward to every single day. I don't want to. I don't want to have a Super Bowl feast of snacks and crackers and dips and wings, and I don't want to. I don't want that feast. I don't want the alcohol or the festive lifestyle. It's not that I don't want to have fun in that, but I have fun feeling good. I don't feel good, with the artificial celebratory lifestyle that we're all surrounded with. This is what's quote unquote normal in our society, is to just let your health go and just splurge. And there's always something. It is Super Bowl this week, and next week is going to be, Valentine's Day, and then Easter, and there's always an excuse to have some big fest, to eat wrong, to eat, to just go off the rails. It's always something. There's no event that doesn't involve, it seems like, some ritual of overeating the wrong things. So I checked out of that lifestyle, and maybe that makes me an oddball. I don't care. It feels good. It feels good to not be controlled by food or the surroundings. It doesn't mean I can't be around people that are doing that or living like that. It just looks really odd to me. It doesn't compute. I see how often and how much people are eating, and it blows my mind. It's like, wow, why would anyone have to eat so much so often? But yet I think back on how I used to live, and oh yeah, I was that guy. I was eating whenever, all day long, and eating crap. So I've been on both sides of the fence. Most of my life was just indulging and living the exact thing that I don't do now. That's kind of the the odd thing with me. I've become a totally different person in terms of that, and I didn't think about things until I started changing my food. And when I changed the food and the food frequency, it opened up my eyes to a lot of things. And I question a lot of things, and then when that happens, when it affects your mind and your habits and everything, you realize how important it is, and how diluted and how cloudy your mind and your life is when you're just on that roller coaster of food binging. Anyway, I don't know. I didn't really have a plan on this video today. I didn't have a script or a certain message. I just wanted to make an appearance. I didn't really have huge goals on this channel. When I started, I just wanted to have a place to get the message out, maybe help people, just to sound the alarm and say, hey, don't ever give up no matter how old you are, because your life can 100% change, and put myself out there as an example of how it's possible, what I did. Yeah, and so yeah, the channel grew a lot, way more than I thought. And the thing is, I've never had a desire to be a YouTube star, to be monetizing or selling or promoting this or that. I mean, I've given links to things I like or things I do in terms of the Hasselmann Farm. I always advertise for them, certain books I read or certain people that influence me. But never anything I ever mention has anything to do with me getting some monetary reward for it. And so there'll never be any ads or any affiliate links or anything on my channel. So with that in mind, sometimes it's hard for me to come up with different content. Like I said, my lifestyle is the channel was created to tell my story, which I've done over and over, and so it's kind of the mission has been accomplished. So then, like, where do I go next? And I've tried different things, and it's been fun. It's been fun, communicating with people and in the comments and some interactions. And a big thing for me has been different people who have reached out in the comments and said that I helped them. In my story, it inspired them, and they made changes that had a positive impact on their life. There's no monetary reward could be better than that. So to the extent that happens, it really brightens my day, makes me feel good. It's not my natural desire to put my life out publicly, to speak publicly, and to share my life. It's not something I'm inclined to do, but I do it in this sense on this channel, in the case that I can influence someone or be an inspiration. So I think I'll leave it at that. It's about 35 minutes. Like I said, there was no script today. I just wanted to check in, tell you all that I'm here. I haven't changed anything. Well, one thing I did change. With all the new regulations, I had a local community center here where I used to go for winter workouts. But it's all, I don't like going in there now with all the, you have to make an appointment and wear protective this and that, and it's just, I find it all very depressing. And so I got myself a nice treadmill. I got here right in my house, and so I do my own thing. I try to do, I'm pretty much a daily fitness routine. I'll take off maybe one day every other week, and it's not by plan. It's just I feel it. Sometimes on the day I fast, I take off. But I've scaled it all back on the intensity of my workouts, whether I'm doing like calisthenics or running or whatever, or stretching. I really kind of just try to take it easy on my body, because I find it's better. I like to be able to do consistently some exercise every day, rather than having too much intensity and then finding that I've got nagging aches and pains or muscle aches or a little fatigue feeling. I like to feel fresh physically, so that works. Like I said, I like the repetitive consistency of it, and I do it. My preference is to do it, just before I eat. Like an hour and a half before I eat, I'll go do like an hour, less than an hour actually. I'll walk on the treadmill for 10 minutes, warm up, then do like a 20 or 30 minute run of various intensity, then do another 10-minute walk afterwards. When I say walk, I mean a pretty spirited pace and inclined. And then I have pushing and pulling and stretching routines that I do. balance, and that's enough. I've broken a sweat. I feel good. I have a shower, and then I go to eat, and that works for me. Um, it's that kind of the lifestyle I'm leading right now. So, yeah, like I said, just wanted to check in, let everyone know that I did vow in the beginning that I didn't ever just want to disappear, and then less people think, well, yeah, that guy, he probably went off the rails. And uh, uh, yeah, I wanted to, I'll poke my face in front of the camera here often enough where I want to drive home the point that the changes I made were permanent, they're lasting, they're satisfying, and um, yeah, it worked for me. Maybe it could work for you too. So uh, I think I just talked enough right now. It's almost 40 minutes. So uh, I hope you all are doing well. I hope you're not people in my audience didn't fall off the wagon, or I know maybe some of you did. If I had to guess, I'm going to say some percentage did. Maybe you didn't finish your goals. Maybe you got distracted. That's the whole thing. You can get distracted in these days, and it's not always easy to stay focused on yourself. And once you lose that focus, then that's when you're off guard. That's when the bad habits take over again. That's why, to me, it's so important to extinguish those habits. Just extinguish them completely from the scene, and then you end up on a much more stable platform to deal with life. So, all right, I'll quit. I'll say goodbye today, and thanks for your patience, and thanks for the people who checked in with me. From time to time, I get comments from people who say, "Hey, Jim, where you been? Can you make a video?" And I try to remember to respond to those people. Sometimes I forget, I'm busy, but thanks all for your support again. Anyone who's checked in with me, and today's video is just to say I'm here, I'm doing okay, and so let me know how it's been going for you. Put a comment in there, good, bad, otherwise, and maybe maybe we can share and pick each other up, for those who need to be picked up or need some inspiration. Maybe that'll be the result. So have a good day, folks. Until next time, Jim signing off. Take care.